George R.R. Martin finally reveals the truth about Game of Thrones Season 8. You won't believe what he said. It was once hailed as the greatest fantasy show of all time. Game of Thrones dominated the cultural conversation, built a massive global fan base, and seemed like it could do no wrong until Season 8 aired. The final season sent shockwaves through the fandom, with many labeling it rushed, chaotic, and emotionally unfulfilling. But what does the man who created Westeros really think about how it all ended? George R.R. Martin, the legendary author behind the A Song of Ice and Fire novels, has never been one to sugarcoat his thoughts. And when it comes to Season 8, his reaction is layered with frustration, disappointment, and a touch of distance. In a candid interview with Fast Company, Martin described the experience of watching the final seasons unfold as, quote, traumatic. He opened up about the disconnect between his vision and that of the HBO showrunners, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. Sometimes their creative vision and your creative vision don't match, Martin explained. You get the famous, quote, creative differences, and that leads to a lot of conflict. Martin noted that external pressures from studios and networks also muddied the storytelling, with decisions being made based on factors like Q ratings instead of character arcs or narrative integrity. His most stinging observation? That for the show to have been faithful to his full story, it would have to run another 5 seasons. But Martin isn't just pointing fingers at HBO. He's also addressed the fan backlash head-on. He admitted he was surprised and even saddened by how angry the fan base became. While he sympathizes with their feelings, he also hinted that modern fan culture can sometimes be too quick to turn toxic, especially when expectations aren't met. And let's not forget, Martin still hasn't finished The Winds of Winter, the long-awaited next book in the series. Without the source material, the showrunners had no roadmap, which Martin subtly acknowledges, even as he critiques the direction they chose. Interestingly, Martin has also had mixed feelings about House of the Dragon, despite it being more closely tied to his writings. So perhaps it's not just about creative control, it's about how his world is interpreted when he's not the one holding the pen. At the end of the day, Martin's take on Season 8 is complicated. He understands why it went off course, but that doesn't mean he's happy about it. And with The Winds of Winter still looming, perhaps the true ending to Westeros has yet to be written.